Want to jump forward to get some of these the Q&As. We'll have to hit a couple of these quick just to make sure we get to a few here. Probably won't break it off for everyone to answer, but the first one I had listed here is how do players in the space maintain competitive differentiation and stay relevant? Is it mainly marketing or is it chasing trends? Cale, you want to hit that one quick?
Yeah, I think I would say stay true to brand. Regardless of your kind of political persuasion, the reaction to seeing Trump survive a shooting and raise his fist was like very genuine across the US, regardless of persuasion. And it was like people like that human nature. They like want to see human nature. They want brands that feel real. And as we get closer and closer to these interactive engagements with the consumer through TikTok and through Instagram as marketing platforms, I think if a brand was historically heavy marketing but low trend chasing, like don't go crazy and chase trends, stay true to yourself because you want to maintain those customers. It's so easy for them to go find someone who feels more genuine. But I think if you have this kind of historical background of being able to take a trend and adopt it to your consumers and then convert consumers into that trend and have some of that market share, then I think you stay really aggressive with kind of doing that in a way that aligns with your consumer base. So I don't know. I think for me, it's like stay true to what the brand does best and how they communicate with the audience so that the audience maintains this like genuine nature between brand interaction.
Yep. Jacob, how are we staying relevant and different?
To piggyback off of that, like it is staying true to brand. Brand identity is one of the most important things that I think that I look at when we are looking at brand partners, who their target audience is, who their core audience is, and how can we grow and develop that. I think one of the most, case studies, one of the best case studies brands for me that like I don't work with or I'm not associated with, but I love the story and picking things up from them would be somebody like a Ghost, right? They created nostalgia.
Yeah.
Well, how did they do that? They differentiated themselves with specific flavor licensing agreements, and then look at the trend that's set for all of these other brands to try to catch up to Ghost. So they were able to take something like Sour Patch Kids and Sonic and Warheads and like turn those into innovative flavors, and capture a ton of audience across the board. Another brand that again I'm not associated with, but I love to pay attention to is Bloom. So when you look at Bloom and the disruption that they've caused in the industry, not many people know that they had one of the most successful fitness apps and transformation apps for over 5 years. They cultivated and created their own audience for years and years and years and capturing analytics in a very different way than a brand might have to that's starting off from scratch, that had no audience and is trying to build and cultivate and create their own. So seeing somebody like a Bloom and somebody like a Ghost and somebody like an O Positive, again, who I don't work with, but I'm just fascinated by some of these brands that are able to capture a high volume level of customer. When you look at these Amazon analytics now that are showcasing who you are and what you're doing, which is relatively new, right? You can now go on Amazon and see somebody and what their sales analytics are: 100,000 units a month, 50,000 units a month, 50 units a month. So to see somebody like an O Positive who's capturing the women's health and market space at 100,000 units a month on a single product just on that platform and channel, man, being a student, I think is first and foremost very important, not only of supply chain, not only of quality, but of industry trends and social media platforms. So seeing brands that can differentiate themselves while staying true to themselves and just opening up and creating their own channels, that's
they're going to capitalize at this point. So
yeah,
awesome. Want to grab it to the next one. This one's probably more for Ryan. Just came in. Any insights into vertical integration opportunities to source different vitamins and minerals from outside of China? You guys already changed your name to outside of China. So what does that mean to you?
Yes, so minerals, of course, have been historically, manufactured also outside of China. There's Israel, there's Japan, also in the US. So that one is a relatively diverse already category. Vitamins, much different story. So vitamins, majority of the actual starting raw materials are produced in China. So the upstream supply chain. So that's going to make that much more difficult to diversify outside of China. Can it be done? Absolutely. It's going to take time. There's already some manufacturers out there. Again, the cost is sometimes 10, 20x difference. Those are more for your, some of the pharmaceutical style companies are purchasing those to make label claims outside of the US. Additionally, people are bringing in material from other countries, say China, and then manufacturing somewhere else to have the label claim as country of origin, whatever country they're in. So you manipulate the product.
You certainly pay a premium to mitigate some of these risks, but you're the one that gets to capitalize when things hit the fan. So didn't mean to cut you off there. We have a minute left. Wanted to get to more questions, but unfortunately we weren't able to on this round. We'll be doing this again. I just wanted to let everybody know that this will be, I hope you found it informational and interesting. It will be available for download. So feel to share with any of your friends that might find it interesting. We're going to try to do one of these once a quarter to continue to give you guys some insight from all angles of the industry. And I think, paying attention to those movements will really help you put yourself in the driver's seat with your business to capitalize when opportunity presents. So again, I really appreciate everybody joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
guys.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone.